Hello, it is time for the daily update from the Republican Party of Arizona. I am your chairwoman, Dr. Kelli Ward.
I don't have that kind of money.
How much do you need? I figure 70 grand will get me started.
I get you the money. Not mine. A businessman doesn't invest his own money.
Here at the Republican Party of Arizona, it is always America first.
Everything they could want, so they have to pretend they're victims.
I'm making a living. I'm making a living. I'm making a living. We need to return to Republican ideals and elect GOP leaders who understand the true effects of the policies they enact.
I don't have that kind of money.
Everyone. Earlier this week, I posted something on Facebook reminding people that just 2 years ago, we had the most robust economy in the history of our country.
I don't have that kind of money.
And last night, Facebook sent me a little note telling me that that post was performing very well. And did I want to pay them to boost it?
I don't have that kind of money.
You cannot make this stuff up.
When you're poor, broke, and defeated, all that proves is that you're poor, broke, and defeated.
The Biden administration and the Federal Reserve Board told us months ago that inflation would be transitory.
Here's the kicker with her, right? She's probably never roughed it.
In other words, they told us it would go away and go away soon. Now, anybody who has been to the grocery store or has pumped some gas can tell you that it is getting worse. Worse, not better.
I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money.
It doesn't bring any honor to God.
Now, when every single American can see that that was, let's say, a false promise, or being even more truthful, a lie.
But people who are on the poverty line and living in poverty in particular are struggling so much that they are now homeless and hungry.
White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain retweeted a message that says, our economic problems, such as inflation and supply chain bottlenecks, are high-class problems.
I don't have that kind of money.
Poor people are too stupid to know they're just chess pieces in a game. All the poor white people, all the poor black people, all the Hispanics, they're all in the same boat.
I think they are all class problems. It's affecting everyone.
They've got no economic opportunities. They spend all their time blaming each other because rich people throw words at them like illegal immigration and racism and things like that. All politics is rich people screwing poor people. And what he's pointing out is a classic theory on class that basically explains how the rich rig the system in their favor, and then they make the middle class and the poor scapegoat each other.
I got reimbursed and was able to influence how things got voted on.
Rig the system in their favor,
bad behavior should always have consequences.
Anyway, we continue to see that Democrats and Biden and big tech and the media are detached from the real world where the rest of us live. People who have to drive to work are being hit hard by gas prices. Many of those people are blue-collar workers who can't do their jobs from home, work from their desk remotely.
But that was the biggest stretch since Lizzo wore yoga pants.
Rising food prices hit working families harder than anyone else. There are people who choose work over welfare, and they're struggling.
I don't have that kind of money.
Putting everyday meals on the table is not a high-class problem. Supply chain blockages prevent truck drivers, construction workers, Anybody who has been to the grocery store or has pumped some gas can tell you that it is getting worse.
But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For
worse, not better. We're paying over $1 more per gallon for gas than we were last year.
You may or may not have wealth in this life. The point is that our focus, that our riches come from Christ and Christ alone. That is what the gospel promises us.
Food prices continue to climb, and many items aren't even available. Now, when every single
So, you might go talk to a middle-class Republican person, and who do they blame for all their woes and why they're not really rich? Goddamn black people who take my money through unemployment and welfare, and all my taxes going to that. Goddamn lazy bastards, why don't you get a job? Or, like you said, undocumented immigrants. You make middle-class people hate poor people, and poor people hate middle-class people, and poor people hate poor people, and middle-class people hate other middle-class people. And then meanwhile, what's happening? The rich are running out the back door with all the fucking money.
I'll see you next time. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up.